Prestige. It was dope, IQ.
What's happening, world? Right back at you again with another episode of the 426 show, the 426 show, with my co-host right there, Big OC.
Yo, what's happening? What's happening? We in here.
Man, it's a lot going on, man, here at the 426 show where we try to, even out the odds going on in the world today, man.
Right. Let's get to it.
So, yeah, let's just go ahead and get right to it, man. Like, a lot of things happened over the weekend, with the Valentine's weekend and whatnot,
Yeah. How was your Valentine's weekend?
Oh, yeah, we still,
bought somebody some candy?
Yeah, we're rolling it over, man. We extended it an extra day, man. We went ahead and extended it an extra day. I'm broadcasting from a remote location, instead of going back to the usual. Instead of back to the usual productions, we still broadcasting, from afar, And we still at it though. How about you? How was your Valentine's Day, man?
It was cool. Me and the significant other, we got out early, moved around a little bit, did a little bit of shopping, but just spent a little bit of time. Kept it real simple, nothing major. It ain't like nothing going on anyway. And I think right now is the perfect time for holidays and perfect time for birthdays because everybody understands there ain't nothing popping.
Yeah,
so,
but out here,
keep it simple.
We came out here to San Diego, man, and they're acting like everything is open back up. We in the downtown area. We did a wine tasting, that was cool. That was off remote, in the hills and whatnot. But other than that, we've been chilling. That's good. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, man. Unfortunately, not everyone was able to enjoy their weekend, because life happens. And I saw news that Nicki Minaj, it looks like her father was killed.
Killed?
Yeah.
Wow.
Her father was actually murdered, man. It looks like they're reporting it as a hit and run. He was in New York, died in I believe upstate New York. He was walking down the street and a car ran him over, man. The car struck him.
Wow. When you hear about Nicki Minaj, she's had a lot of bad news.
Yeah.
Within her good news, she's having a lot of bad news at the same time. Yeah. But I guess, I send my condolences out. Rest in peace to Nicki Minaj's father. That shit is tragic.
Yeah, man. It's like everybody needs to go ahead and just hug and kiss their loved ones, man, and let them know that they're loved. There's so many people just passing away from all different types of diseases and natural causes. It's just 2021, things haven't slowed down, man. Things haven't slowed down this year. People are still passing at an alarming rate, man. And we send our condolences out to her father, And speaking of Nicki Minaj, we got to talk about her ex, And congratulations to Nicki Minaj on her newborn child as well.
Right.
Right.
That's what I say. With the good news, she got bad news.
Yeah. But Nicki, it looks like Nicki's ex ran into Tekashi 6ix9ine, aka Tekashi 6 Snitch 9, aka Rat Boy, Rat Face. Looks like so report is outside of a club, Meek Mill. This story came from Complex, but I also saw it on I saw Whack 100. He was speaking on it.
Yeah, cloud chasing.
Yeah, I saw several different blog sites speaking on it. It looks like Meek Mill actually ran into 6ix9ine, and he allegedly spit on him, and then their security kept them back, and You know, then Snitch 9, he picked up his camera and was trying to film Meek Mills. But what's funny about this story is, like, when you see the footage, you see Tekashi, he's like, yeah, Meek is running with the police. He the police. Like, if that's not the pot calling the kettle black, man.
Yeah. Tekashi 6ix9ine is a genius.
Yeah.
He's a marketing genius. You know what I'm saying? That's really all you can say, because once again, when they say, "Oh, he's out of here," he didn't got the social media's back buzzing again.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And you can't say that he's clout chasing. That's just what the game is. I've sat back long enough now to look at it, and that's the game. Back when these rappers talk about, you don't get online talking about what you do, those days are over. You know, these young kids, they're gonna do it all for you to see. Right. So, Meek Mill, you either come out looking tall or you come out looking small. But the internet world is gonna make a decision on what happened.
Yeah, man. My whole thing like this, bro. It's like Whack 100 was saying, the rat up 1, the mic, the rapper up 0. Like me, you're a snitch. You get no points. You're not even allowed to play in the game, bro. You a snitch. Like, I don't get it. Like, what do people expect? Knowing that 6ix9ine is pretty much under protective custody. Well, he's just supposed to bank rake, tell his security to move out the way, and then we'll just start giving 6ix9ine the business. Like, I don't get it. Like, how can you? I mean, Meek Mills got in trouble for popping a wheelie on a motorcycle. He was in prison. Right. He went to jail for popping a wheelie.
Right.
So how can you? What was he supposed to do? I mean, at the end of the day, I probably would have did the same thing too, because it's about being smart. I'm gonna get my get back. My get back's gonna come, but when my get back comes, you're not gonna know it's coming. It's like, at the end of the day, what do you do? Like, the dude got the feds running with him, so he's supposed to just.
I don't think there's anything to do except keep talking shit back and forth.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like I said, this is the culture. You know what I'm saying? And there was a time where you would have most people stay out of whatever rap beef, was going on. But nowadays, if you got a platform and you got followers, you got people, watching what you say, that means your opinion is validated, or your opinion matters to those particular people. So this is all for clicks. This is all for clicks. There'll be no get back. There'll be nothing. Tekashi 6ix9ine is in the streets. You can call him a rat. That's fine. But he is still in the streets, letting people know that that old way of thinking is gone. Those real niggas are gone. Now it's just a bunch of dudes playing games, wolfing tickets for real.
Nah. First of all, Tekashi, he's not in the streets. He in the house. And when he come out the house, he's surrounded by everybody. He's
just
hiding.
Like every other rapper.
Look, he's hiding. He's in hiding. He don't
just
want
like every other rapper.
He don't want nobody to know of his residence. He's ducking in and out of stores, shopping like he's running. When he gets wind that the ops are around the corner, he's running straight to the van. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is not out there right now. He's not out there, and when he comes out, he's gonna get chastised, and he's not for the culture. I don't like, at the end of the day, the dude is a fraud. He's a complete fraud. It ain't about old or new. It's about principles and morals, and he has none. First of all, he doesn't raise his kids. So as a man, I have no respect for a man that doesn't tend to his kids. Second of all, he was up for you know, his charges were, you know, like child endangerment and molestation or some weirdo stuff like that. You know, those are early charges. So automatically that was a strike for me. Like you're like, so now you're a child sex offender and you're a rat snitch. Like you don't get with me, you don't get no points, no wins. I don't consider him. I mean, I guess you could say he is. I guess you could say he is a marketing genius because he was able to break through. But at the end of the day, it was like those people that he was standing with. They are who made him official, and I think he's done. I know he's done. Like it doesn't matter. Like when his music drops, nobody pays him attention. The only reason why he's getting attention is for antics like this. But
Okay,
he's
there
supposed
you
to
go.
be. Yeah,
I think
but he's supposed to
you
be a rap
digging,
star.
you digging too deep. You
Nah, but it's
looking at
about
and it's understandable because I think we know of an older time. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, that time's gone. You know what I'm saying? Just look at what's accepted and look at what's not accepted these days. For Tekashi 6ix9ine to get where he's gotten after all that he's done, let you know that there's been a shift already that's taken place in entertainment and hip hop. It's the studio gangster is winning. Can't stop him.
I wouldn't say that though because
who's real though? Who's real? Name me the real rappers in your opinion. Who's real today?
Look. So,
and don't go back old.
No, I'm not even going to do that. What I'm going to say, this is what I'm going to say. He's not winning. His record dropped. It flopped. Right? His record dropped and flopped. So what was going on last year when he was at the year and a half ago when he was at an all-time high and he was billboarding, he was charting, everything that he dropped was charting. Those days are gone. Now it's back to the real. So once he dropped his album, he flopped. He just dropped a record. He just tried to premiere a record a couple weeks ago, or if not last week. It got all negative attention, no vibes. So this is my thing. He's an artist. He makes music, right? But his music is not being successful. Those days of him being successful in music are over with and done. We only talking about him right now because of his antics, not his music. And his music, this past music, this recent music that has been dropped, from the album flop to, his album flopped to the point to where he was giving out his record. He was giving out his record in the streets, trying to like act like, I'm just trying to make a spectacle of it again. Trying to market his failure, and he flopped. So he's hanging on by a thumbnail, by a hangnail. He's barely here.
Now, what makes him different than Meek Mill right now?
What makes him Meek Mill's last project was successful.
His last project, but as far as in the eyes of the people, Meek Mill ain't or in the world of social media, Meek Mill be taking L's regularly too.
Yeah, in social media. But here's my thing. Like, I'm not even comparing him because Tekashi, ball him up, he's out of here. He's not even supposed to be in the game. He's not a part of the game. You can't compare him to anybody else. No one has ever done what he did.
Who controls the game? Huh? Who controls the game?
Who controls it? The powers that be. And the powers that be wrote him off. He's wrote off, bro. He's wrote off. He's finito. If this didn't happen, we wouldn't even be talking about him. Even though he just dropped a new record. They try to run with the story. Tekashi drops a new record, gets new tattoos. They try to do all that. That fizzled out in a day. You probably didn't even hear about it. You know what I'm saying? That fizzled out in a day. Like what he had going is over with and done with. He's out of here, bro. He is very close to not being relevant anymore. Very close. He's hanging on by a thumbnail. That's why I got to speak on it, because I'm not going to be one of the ones saying, "Oh, he's up." Like, because Whack 100 basically, Whack 100, him in the game, they have beef with Meek Mill, or I wouldn't say beef, because beef when you're dealing with real cats, beef is real. When bodies, leg get to dropping or whatever. So I wouldn't say it's beef, but him and the game have a dislike for Meek Mills. So I think Tekashi, he's purposely sliding Meek Mills when it comes to the him and Tekashi. But me, I'm not gonna give a snitch, rat, bastard that beats on women, doesn't take care of his child. I'm not giving him no points. He don't deserve to be on the playing field. Period.
Now, did you get this opinion of him? Did you have the same opinion of him before the court case?
Yeah, like from the beginning, when I saw the first video, like shout out to Trap LA, when I first saw his first video, I was over at their lab at his spot, and I'm looking, and you see all these, thuggish, dark skinned, goon looking people.
Oh, you talking about got this sticky? Yeah, got
yeah, and then 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 you see this, pale face, you know what I'm saying, with different colored braids, and I'm like, come on, man, it looks fraudulent. You the only thing light in the whole vicinity. Like there's 100 people in the video, but you the only light. It looked like suspect. It looked fraud. Then I found out the backstory. I'm like, oh hell, like it's like that like you're saying the game has changed, the old school rules don't apply or whatever. But that's not true, bro. Like, and that's why he was able to break through, because people didn't stick to the protocol. They didn't stick to the protocol. They just went ahead and made him blood, even though previous he was running with the Crip gang.
But what about everybody else?
You know what I'm saying?
What about Soulja Boy? He get the bang?
Nah, none of them should.
Chris Brown get the bang?
None of them. Bang? Hey, none of them should.
Dave East get the bang?
None of them. None of them.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, speaking of which, Yellow Beezy out of Dallas, he just got.
That's arrested. On me. Out of Oak Cliff, that's on me.
Yeah, he got arrested this weekend. Yeah, so
I don't think niggas know what to do with bread, man. They don't know what to do.
Well, I mean, he was targeted. He was in traffic. They pulled him over, and he had a weapon on him. And you got to have a weapon on you, or you got if you that's if you're rolling by yourself. If you successful, you got jewelry, you known to have money, you known to have success. You got to have a weapon on you. If you don't have a weapon on you, you got to be like Meek Mill, and you got to be like Meek Mill, and you got to have professional security around you. So that was ironic to me. 6ix9ine, like he's running with the cops. He's running with the cops. He's trying to say Meek Mill running with the cops, but Meek Mill had professional armed guards around him. But Meek Mill, he's doing different stuff. Like he's working on prison reform right now. He's at a different level in the game, to where you can't have just your street goons around. You can't just have your goon partners around you and all that all the time. Like he's at a different level in the game. He's elevated. Meanwhile, 6ix9ine is running around with damn, the FBI, witness protection, damn near witness protection guards with him. So it's like, come on, man. Like he couldn't. You can't get no points. Like I think 3-4 years ago, I think they would have got it cracking. But now Meek is in a different place. Meek is getting money. Meek is trying to do bigger things. He's working from politicians to billionaires and different types of entrepreneurs. He's on a different level now in the game, to where you can't just have your goon squad, your partners that you grew up with around you that'll catch a body for you and stuff like that. You know, you can't move like that all the time. Meanwhile, 6ix9ine, come on, man. 6ix9ine is the police. So my whole thing is that people trying to act like he took an L. Like, so who else go up and smack the police in the face? Ain't nobody doing that. You know the dude about to press charges. You know the dude about, you know what I mean? You know the dude just like that. And who knows? Like, I tell you right now, Tekashi ain't got no deals going on. You know what I'm saying? He done lost a lot of stuff, right? But I bet you Meek got deals in place right now, and it just get caught up. Like they say, like the saying goes, they trying to trick you off the street. So just to get caught up in the dumb stuff, that could, you know, you can go to jail and kill a deal by being in jail. You know, that's how I look at it. Far as Snitch 9, as far as Tekashi goes, Tekashi went to court. He pointed out people that didn't even have to do with his game. He brought Cardi B into the charges. He brought people that had nothing to do with anything of his day-to-day get down. He just started running off a roll call of all type of people.
See, once again, I believe you're going too deep. You're going too deep. How does he know not to do everything you just said?
How does he not know?
Yeah.
Because he's a gang member.
Says who?
Huh? Says him when he started saying blood. Says him when he started claiming blood. When he started saying he's from 9 Trey.
So you saying they sat down and told him you can't tell? They gave him the rules.
Man, he grew up in the hood. First of all, he grew up in the projects. First of all, he grew up in the hood. Coming up, you know. That's automatic. You know not to talk to them over there. You know not to get caught up with them over there. You know not to take no money from him right there. You know not to accept no money from him right there. Coming up in the hood, in the projects, it's already written. There's already rules to this. He'd already been to jail, and he was already running around with thugs. It wasn't. He didn't do it because he didn't know not to do it. He did it because he was looking out for himself.
But see, like you said, if he knows not to do it, then he either knows that everybody out there, quotes, is pussy, and I can snitch and nobody's going to do nothing. So, like I say, what does he really know? Because he's still out there, whether he's hiding, ducking, or dodging, he's still out there talking shit.
Bro,
so he must know there's no aftermath.
No, but he's not out there like that. He pops out and pops back in. Like, did you see the video when he was in Chicago trying to act like, because he caused beef with the real killers in Chicago and whatnot. And he tried to act as if, what, you hear that noise?
Yeah, it's like a static.
Yeah, he tried to act as if, he popped up and tried to act as if everything was just gonna be sweet and everything, right? He went to Chicago, and when he showed up in Chicago, he was showing up in Chicago where things were. He was showing up like at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock, when he knows people were asleep. So he's not, you know what I mean? He's looking like he's out there, but he's not out there. He's fraudulent.
But that's the marketing and advertising part of it, right? That's the part I sit back and say that part exists now within entertainment, within rap music. That part, the social media part, is a portion, because nowadays when people are looking at who you are, they want to know how many followers you got, right? So they validated that. So I believe these young artists believe, hey, I gotta set myself on fire real quick, you know, whether it be this or that, you know, I got to do something explosive, you know, to get my traction. And I think Tekashi 6ix9ine was one of those main characters that said, I got to do something explosive to get my traction.
Yeah, but a lot of his success came from the people he told on, man. If those people didn't stand next to him, if those people didn't stand with him and validate him and give him, because they were really active. They were really in the street. They were really doing things. They were really causing people problems. So a lot of his success came from the people that backed him. Like, so they're like, you know, it was like, oh, is this dude's a clown. But then here comes somebody come around the corner and they shooting at you and your boy. So what that then does is it changes the game. It changes the whole perspective to where now people got to look at him as he's serious. He's like, this guy's the real deal. So that added to him. But then he turned around and he turned on them, man. Those same people that gave him his credibility, the same people that made him accepted, those same people that helped him run through the industry.
But you got to know them rules to know. And all the outside world is looking at that like that's all a game to them. You know what I'm saying? It looks like a game. So, you know, I believe he has to do what he does to keep himself relevant. He's got to do it. So I just believe there's going to be more of him and more of his antics because that's what's required. You know, that's how he got started. That's what people are expecting from him. So expecting him to operate like a real nigga would, cancel all that.
Yeah, I'm not expecting to operate like nothing. Like I said, here's my thing, man. At the end of the day, I think he's done. At the end of the day, I think he's finished. His record, his whole album that he dropped reflected that. This last song that he put out that didn't get any great feedback reflected that. He's done. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
he
only
can
time
do
will tell.
all the antics you want. But at the end of the day, it's about music and making music. And nobody is messing with his music anymore. So
yeah, we're gonna see.
In and out, you know. In and out. I mean, he had Nicki Minaj on his album as a feature. He had Akon on his album. He had a ton of like alley oops, man. And it's like, yeah, but then his record came out. That shit went plywood. You know what I'm saying? Flopped, bro. It flopped.
He
You know
said
what I'm saying?
plywood. He
You know
said
what I'm
his
saying?
shit went.
Hey, look, justice was served. You know what I'm saying?
He said his shit went parchment paper.
Straight up. Man. This shit, you know what I mean? It was a rap, boy. He was handing them out. The bootleg man wasn't even bootlegging that, man. You know what I'm saying? So he's out of here, man. You know? So, like I said, in me, I'ma always keep it a buck. I'm always keep it 100 off top. I am never celebrating, congratulating, upholding somebody that have no type of character that's a snitch ass rat like that sucker was. Never. So Whack 100 said 1 point to the rat, 0 to the rapper. I'm saying the rat ain't even allowed to get in the game to get no points when it comes to me. Like, you're not even on the rat is not even on the playing field. That's how I look at the situation.
Yeah, you know, the world's gonna let us know because you know it's a global. This music is global, so we gonna see.
Right.
We gonna see.
Yeah. Then going forward, then we got like, see, because Meek Mill he runs with a lot of entrepreneurs and stuff like that. Then we got what is it? Elon Musk. Elon Musk. Yeah, Elon Musk. Tesla dude. Yeah. So, you know, with this story, this story is kind of cool and it's kind of funny. Are you up on crypto? Do you deal with any crypto?
You know, I follow a few little Bitcoin things, man. So, I know Elon Musk just put, some big bread behind something.
Yeah.
But it's like crypto's kind of like anything else. Unless you're somebody who can stay focused on, the next new thing and able to get in there when it's low, then, you're looking at it like, hey, I wish I could.
Right. Yeah. So the thing about what Elon Musk with the cryptocurrency is like he was against Bitcoin for a long time. He was like, this is BS, and there's no real actual value in it, and he was against it. But now it looks like he's going full fledged. He jumped in head first, and started messing with cryptocurrency. Me myself, I dibble and dabble in crypto a bit. So to see him get into crypto is kind of ironic to me because I follow his platform on Twitter and whatnot, and he used to have a lot of disparaging things to say about cryptocurrency. But now he's full fledged, and the thing about it is too, okay, so he was against Bitcoin, but Bitcoin has an actual use, like all these coins have functionalities. These different cryptocurrencies, they have functionalities to them. Like most of them, there's always a backstory behind them, and on how they could be used, and how they'll benefit the end user and stuff like that. So they started a rally with this Dogecoin, right? And this Dogecoin, it was actually created as a novelty coin. Like it was basically some people came up with an idea and they're like, we're just going to make our own coin, and it doesn't have any value, doesn't have anything back behind it, and we're just going to do it for fun. So people started embracing it, like how they did the GameStop. How the people came together with the GameStop to rally behind the GameStop. A lot of people came with the same like mentality. Some of the same people, and they did this. And got involved with this Dogecoin, and then I think I saw Soldier Boy. Yeah, I did see Soldier Boy. He started mentioning the Dogecoin, embracing it, and then Elon Musk, he started embracing the Dogecoin. But the thing about the Dogecoin, it's a novel cryptocurrency that has no actual functionality or no reason behind it other than some people just thought it'd be fun to make a coin that they just wanted to say they wanted to make. So now he's telling everybody to sell it. And what's going to happen is what I told a lot of people. First of all, I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm going to put that out there. But as this rally was going on, like people were telling me to jump in and get involved in it. And I wasn't trying to get involved in it because, like I said, I do the crypto a little bit. And I know that Dogecoin had no real value to it. So at any given time, it can implode. So people could lose their investments, even though, it was less than a penny coming into the investment, but you still, when you have several shares, that penny, the less than a penny adds up. So now with him telling everybody to back out, to the top holders to sell, now what's going to happen is the value is going to plummet. So I'm fascinated by Musk going from not being involved in cryptocurrency to not believing in it, and now he's actually a driving force. Like he helped spike the value of this Dogecoin, and now when telling people to sell it, is gonna plummet the value of the Dogecoin.
So when I hear that, all I hear is I'm somebody with money. If you come to me with a correct business plan, I got the bread to put that into action.
Yeah,
And
pretty much.
I know the smart people are going to come to me, not the dumb ones, right? The
Right,
smartest
right.
of the smart are going to come to me with the scheme or with the breakdown, and they're going to tell me, well, if you put this much in, you'll get this much out. And I got enough bread to do it. Like what was his initial get in? Wasn't it what, 1.5 billion or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. We sitting over here thinking about putting in $20, $30.
Right.
So just like anybody with billions of dollars, you can make a specific portion of the market move one way or another based on what
Exactly.
you're doing. And so it like I've always been told that the stock market is a gamble, and if you ain't got it to lose, then don't play.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's games being played, and they could easily be played. They showed you with GameStop recently. You can do funny things to make it happen, but I don't got funny money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll watch from afar and keep stacking my ones and twos in the bank.
Right. Yeah, man. But yeah, I don't know, man. This crypto, man. This crypto's made a lot of people wealthy, man. Actually,
For sure. But they can't tell you where it come from still.
Yeah, you know, it's just, you got to watch the market. You know, if you watch the market and watch the patterns, it's like, because you can get in and you can get out, but it's not something that you can't just neglect it for 2 days.
Right.
Something you got to be, something you have to stay constantly on. And what a lot of people don't understand is like Bitcoin, for instance. Like, say Bitcoin right now is going for 48,000 a coin. What people don't understand is you don't actually have to buy one Bitcoin for 48,000. You could buy, say you only have $100. You only have $100 to invest. You could invest $100 in the Bitcoin, and then you get a partial piece of the Bitcoin. So, but then when the Bitcoin increases in value, which is going to continue to do, the $100 that you invested, it makes money. But at the same time, when it decreases in value, you lose money as well. So it's just a matter of just paying attention to the market, you know, and following people like Musk, because at the end of the day, he can move the market up or down. And like I said, it's just interesting to me that he wants to invest, and then he talks about Bitcoin, which has one of the most practical uses out of all the cryptocurrency. There's Bitcoin machines all over the United States. There's Bitcoin machines all throughout the world. Like Bitcoin is an actual thing that isn't going anywhere. And then for him to jump from I'm not dealing with from cryptocurrency being fake money and seeing no future in it to now he invested full force in the Dogecoin, which is really the coin of all the coins that really has no reason to even be. And you know, him going from cryptocurrency is fake to, you know, endorsing the fakest coin on the market, you know, allegedly. I don't want to call it the fakest coin on the market, but allegedly the fakest coin on the market. I mean, it just is hypocritical, you know. And now all those people that rallied with him, hopefully they're paying attention to what's going on, because if they're not, they're going to take a big L.
For sure. For sure. And like I say, like you said before when you started, you're not a financial advisor.
Right.
Financial advisors don't promote Bitcoin. They're not allowed.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They ain't even allowed to mention that shit to you.
Right.
So that tells you. I mean, some of them I know dibble and dabble in it, but they're not gonna tell you to bank on it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. But all I know is I'm making money at it, and it's something you can get in for real cheap right now. I'm not a financial advisor, but what I'm doing, I'm just gonna tell you my strategy. This is my strategy. You don't have to follow it. You know, it's on you. You do whatever you want to do. But if you don't have a lot of money to put into an investment in the cryptocurrency, then you should look at altcoins. The altcoins are the coins that are, you know, they're the alternative coins from Bitcoin, from Ethereum, from you know, all the other major coins that are out there. So the altcoin, you can get an altcoin for less than a penny. You know, so that's where I dibble and dabble in. 100 here, 200 there, and something that's, you know, being sold on the market at 0.004 cents on the dollar. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You know, so yeah, but Elon Musk, he doesn't need any money anyway. So I don't even
Right.
know.
That's why
I don't even
I
know
don't
why he
like
getting in the
following. I
market.
don't like following cats with bread like that,
Yeah.
because
So
every time they do something, it's gonna be done in a big huge number,
yeah.
to where if you ain't where he gonna price the little dudes out the game.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what he's doing. And when he's telling the top holders to sell now, once he puts that out there, man, that's going to affect the market. And it's sad because a lot of people were winning, man. A lot of people were winning, for that short term. But I think that time has come and went, and everybody, if you're invested, make sure you pay attention to the headlines that come out, and pay attention to the news tickers that come out, man. You know. But
Yeah.
on to the next though, man. You got a chance to check out. So this weekend, this Saturday, they acquitted Mr. Orange Face, man.
Right, man. I mean, it was, I think, a foregone conclusion. I think
Right.
we understood that the Senate, they needed 17 Republican senators to side with the Democrats to get to 67.
Yeah.
And I think they had about 7 senators.
Yeah.
So, I think we understood that it wasn't going to happen. And a lot of that, once again, is based on politics. It was a straight party line vote. So,
Right.
uh,
All of it was based on politics. And see, because out of the 7, there's only one Republican senator that is running for office again. The other ones, they're retiring, or they don't want to run anymore, and you have one Republican that is returning, but the rest of it looks like they're the only ones that have a backbone. Like for me, which is crazy, is Mitch McConnell. I don't know if you heard him condemning Trump
after
for
the fact.
for the insurrection, condemning. I mean, he shredded him. He said there is no doubt that his rhetoric caused this. But if that's the case, then why didn't you vote? And then another thing, and then if that's the case, if Trump's rhetoric, you're saying Trump's rhetoric most definitely caused the insurrection, he voted against impeachment from the beginning. And then he's saying the reason why he didn't vote to convict Trump, he's saying because it was unconstitutional because Trump was out of office. But here's the thing: the Democrats, they convicted him, they impeached him while he was in office, and they wanted to run trial while he was in office. But Mitch McConnell, he delayed the trial purposely.
Mitch McConnell made them think that they may have had a vote from his sick ass. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
But Democrats trying to always capitulate
right,
and not understanding that the Republicans, they operate snakish up there.
right,
You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna do whatever they need to do politically. That's what I've seen.
right,
You know what I'm saying? And so I don't push politics past the Republicans. America sees that Trump should have been found guilty, right?
right.
So the ones that voted to
Not all
not
Americans.
find him
I
guilty.
can't say that, man. Not all Americans, man. Some of these people are like they're loony bins, man. They're blaming everybody. They're saying Nancy Pelosi caused it. Caused the insurrection. They're saying, Kamala Harris caused it. They're blaming everybody except for the dude that's been running around since
Yeah,
before the election, talking about the election was rigged.
that's because lazy thinking is acceptable now, and
Right,
and and, and lazy thinking comes from the top also.
right,
So you don't have to really give anything of too much substance. You could just say anything, just put anything out there. Oh, this happened because of Barack Obama.
right.
That's why. And
Yeah,
then somebody's gonna run with that shit too.
yeah, and that's what they do. That's exactly what they do. They just pull it out the sky, anything, won't even be relevant to the situation. And they blame everybody except the real culprit, the real orange dude. You know what I'm saying? The only orange dude. He's never been blamed for anything. Like, you know, like he never, like his supporters, they don't blame him for anything. It's never his fault. It's always somebody else's. It's just unbelievable, man. And so now he's going to be eligible to run for office again in 2024. But me personally, I don't think he's going to even be a factor again. He lost the popular vote this election and the previous election.
What he's going to do is, I believe what he's going to do is he's going to hold the Republican Party hostage. You know what I'm saying? And I think there's going to be a lot more yahoos that get elected. You know what I'm saying? All those Republicans leaving, trust me, there's a goddamn yahoo out there waiting to run. It's another QAnon, another, you know, conspiracy theorist, Pizzagate, that crazy shit. Right. They're out there ready. And I think Trump is going to keep that way of thinking going. You know what I'm saying? As long as he's in the body politic. But I believe he has a press conference that he's supposed to be doing coming up. And, you know, the press is going to cover it because he's an ex-president. But really, what the fuck does he got to say? Yeah, like, you know? Like I'm just glad that he's almost out of the limelight as well, too, man. It's all a distraction. Like the whole trial was a distraction. We knew the Republicans weren't going to have a backbone and do the right thing, man. We knew the Republicans weren't going to show any integrity. We knew the Democrats were like going to be on their own. You know, I'm surprised. You know, I will say though the impeachment managers for the Democrats, I will say they did an outstanding job though presenting their case. What was the guy's name? Raskin.
Yeah, he did his thing, man. He as an attorney, lawyer, he pretty much is like you're either just going to ignore this or you're going to see the evidence and realize that this dude did what we said he did. I mean, the case he presented was just flawless. And if it wasn't about politics and it was actually about truth and what's really real, then, you know, Trump would have been convicted. But it wasn't. It was just all politics. But so the guy's been impeached twice now. He's the first president to be impeached twice and the first president to be acquitted twice. But he still got that impeachment on his name, man. I mean, not one of them, but two.
Right. You know? And he stuck with it. And that's why I wonder why would the Republicans want to continue having him at the forefront of their party?
You know what I think? This is what I think. Like, you know, I just thought about this earlier today because I'm like, why do they keep rallying behind this dude? He's a loser. Why do they keep supporting somebody that lost? Somebody that's the people shown that they don't want to be, you know, don't want to have anything to do with. I'm saying the majority of people. You know, I'm not saying all the people because he had about 35%, almost 40% of America. So I'm not going to say all the people, but I'm like, why would they keep rallying behind him, stuff like that? The Republicans. My theory is, I think the Republicans are actually scared for their well-being. I think the Republicans actually are worried about the crazy yahoos out there, worried about their family. Like that's what I think is really going on. You know, to be honest, I think so. I think it's a lot of intimidation. And then, like what Trump was doing when he was talking to the governors and talking to the election officials, that was a crime, man. He was committing voter intimidation. You know, and I think that's what's going on, and that's what Republicans are worried about is the actual intimidation by these people, these Trump loyalists, and you know they're more so worried about coming in contact and bumping into them than about being truthful.
I see you saying that some of the Republicans are afraid of their own caucus.
Yes. That's what I think is going on.
And you can say shit because listen, remember how they downplayed that caravan that tried to run Biden's bus off the road?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, man,
yeah.
They acting like this shit is a game.
Yeah, like
they tried to really run this man's bus off the road.
Yeah, and then Trump didn't come down. He didn't come out and speak about it, speak against them or denounce them or anything.
No.
Once again, he was just like, hey,
some Republicans made jokes about it. Marco Rubio made a joke about it.
Yeah. And it's disgusting. So, and that's another thing too, because they say that Antifa, which Antifa, they are tearing stuff up. They try to say Black Lives Matter, BLM is violent and all this and that. Like all I've seen was Trump rally, the Tiki Torch, the girl got killed, ran over. The Texas trying to run Biden's bus off. Michigan plots to kidnap. Proud Boys like encouraging violence, threatening violence. Like I don't get it. Like they act like their violence doesn't count as violence because they're patriots. But everybody else, when they do violence, they're just anti-American and this and that. They're like violence is violence. You know what I'm saying? It's wrong on all four fronts. So you got to call all of it out. But they're not doing that. Like even the police are siding with Proud Boys. But we know why now, because the guy was actually a snitch, actually functioning, with cooperating with the police, and what it comes down to is basically they're trying to act as if they aren't the violent party, but in fact, in actuality, as we seen at the Capitol, as we seen with them hang Mike Pence, they're the violent party. And I think Republicans are walking on eggshells and, are in the rear view. I think the GOP, they're staying in their rear view and they're worried about how they're going to be perceived with these savages that support Trump, even though he's no longer in office.
They need those votes, bro. That's all it's about. They need those votes. And that's what it boils down to. You're not gonna say nothing bad about the people because they vote. Simple and plain.
Yeah, I think it's time to turn the corner, man. They need to. Everybody likes people that have guts and balls. That's what got Trump there. They're like, he's, bravado, braggadocious. He speaks up and he's anti-establishment and stuff like that. That's an approach that these Republicans need to make. Like they need to go and be anti-establishment of what's going on now. Like it's all the lies, and somebody needs to come out and denounce all the lies and the fake fraudulent stuff that's going on now, and needs to start checking everybody down the line. And that's the person that's going to win people's votes. Those are the politicians that are going to win people's votes. These people like Trump supporters, like they already showed that their votes aren't enough to get it done. So people need to move past them, need to forget about them in the win, and just think about the future. They already proved that their votes don't mean it.
The propaganda is too strong, man. People are caught up. There's so much media out there feeding them information, feeding them that red meat that they want. Right. So just like people watch CNN, you got the ones that watch Fox. You got people watch CNBC. You got people that watch Fox News business. You know what I'm saying? There's that dichotomy that exists between the two parties, and I can say one side, yes, is more rational than the other, right? Right. I'm not looking at policies or none of that shit. I'm just looking at listening to something and then logically saying what makes sense and what don't. The Republicans just listen to some shit and they take out the little bit that helps their situation and then they run with it. And I understand that tactic that they're doing, but it works for their people.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Their people are not pushing back against them. They want to hear this. However stupid, however it doesn't make sense, there's something inside them that wants to win. And
Right.
politics is something that's serious to them. It's serious enough that they want to win. That they'll accept anything to win. Like you tell anybody, what could Trump do for you to lose his vote? Nothing. Where do you go with that? You
Right.
ask me, what could Biden do to lose your vote? You know, I could name a few things.
Right.
But they'll tell you straight up, oh, Trump couldn't do anything to lose my vote.
Right. Yeah, so you can't be
like you
rational with
said,
those type
why
of people.
even appeal to that side? They're not
Right.
rational.
Exactly. So that, like you said, man, it's propaganda, and these people, they're unhinged right now, man. They're really unhinged, and that's what I think has the GOP spooked. You know, they don't have any. They're not showing any backbone. You know, a couple of them spoke up. Now this verdict to convict. The verdict to convict, it has more Republican votes than any other vote in history, you know, as far as when it comes to bipartisan.
Right.
You know, so they let it be known. And like I said, Mitch McConnell, he delivered like a scorching, scathing, you know, rebuke of Donald Trump over the insurrection. But just doing that after the fact, he didn't do it during his vote, so it doesn't matter, man. Like,
now, do you think Mitch McConnell's planning on running again?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I think he's out of there.
Yeah, he could be. I mean, he's been there for a while,
Exactly.
which I don't understand either. Is like Kentucky has continued to be
poor,
one of the poorest states in the union, continuously. Meanwhile, that dude, he gets richer and richer and richer, and he enriches himself every year. And these Kentuckians, they still manage to go to the polls and vote for him, even though they continue to be poor. You know.
Right. And I think that's all a power play too. I think it's people saying, hey, the senator from your state is the head of the party in the Senate. He's got control. He's head of the leadership. So I think they internalize that too, and sometimes believe something is going to get done for them. You know, I think I'm going to go back and see if I can find any of Mitch McConnell's campaign speeches, any of his stump speeches. Like, what was he telling his people, you know, when he was out on the campaign trail? You know what I'm saying? Because he sounds dull to me. Sounds dead. Like you don't got nothing. Like what is Kentucky? I wonder what their age demographics are. There must be a lot of older people in Kentucky and not a lot of young people. Because why would anyone 40 and below vote for Mitch McConnell?
Hey, ignorance, man. At the end of the day, ignorance, and they trying to stick to their Kentuckian culture and everything. You know, they're trying to, you know, they're ignorant. At the end of the day, I'm not going to say everybody in Kentucky is ignorant, but I'm going to say if you keep, this is what I am going to say. If you keep voting for someone that doesn't have your best interests at heart, voting for someone that hasn't raised your state above the poverty level, if you keep voting for them, then you're ignorant at the end of the day.
Right.
You know,
I agree.
But going on, I mean, there's so much propaganda and stuff like going on. Like for instance, like with so who released the story? Somebody released a story that Trump, like he was downplaying his COVID. Like we all knew, you know. We all knew, at least I did. You know, a lot of people were saying he was faking it. I didn't think he was faking it because at the end of the day, it wouldn't make any sense to fake it. It wouldn't be a good look for you politically. It wasn't a good look for him politically to catch COVID. So, you know, a lot of people thought he was faking, but then a report came out that, you know, he was actually in bad shape from the New York Times report from the New York Times. came out that he was actually in bad shape. You know, like he was headed towards the ventilator, man.
Listen, for somebody who wanted to downplay the severity of this disease from day one, and that's verbatim from his mouth, right?
Right.
I'm not going to put it past him to downplay the severity of his sickness at the same time. It's a propaganda machine. We didn't get to talk to him. It was other people coming out speaking, right? So
Right.
I'm sure they're coming out with their talking points, right?
Right.
And we know he had to take a cocktail that nobody else could get, right? So my thing is, if you got to that point where you need a cocktail that can't nobody else get, then something's wrong with you.
Right.
You know, it wasn't just a little something. You know what I'm saying? That shit had got your ass.
Right.
So once again, I feel bad for all the people out there that followed and hung on his every word and put themselves at fucking risk. All the people that they wanted to go to church and do this and that, but find out a couple weeks later, everybody that was at the church got sick, and your pastor died, and his first deacon died, and the choir director died. It's like, man, y'all, you're some simple-minded people, man. Right. Simple-minded people following a simple-minded man. Yeah, just boggles my goddamn mind.
Yeah, it's like he hypnotized them, you know. But and even as people saw the people in his cabinet and the people around him, as they saw those people contracting COVID, they still wanted to follow his narrative, and they still, they downplayed everybody in this cabinet catching COVID. They downplayed actual government officials dying from COVID. They downplayed it.
Listen, the dude left his crib sick, got in the car riding around with Secret Service members. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, y'all, they was playing a game with the health of the American people, man.
Yeah, man.
A serious game.
Yeah, for that alone, that's why I'm glad he's out here. For that alone, he should have been impeached. I feel like that was a atrocity towards America, man. I feel like that was treason. The way he handled the whole pandemic. I feel like,
I said, I think that's probably 80% why he's not president today.
Yeah, at least some people had enough common sense, but then you still have those others. And I personally know a few Trump supporter friends that try to downplay COVID and it's fake and all this and that. Then you see their posts on Facebook, like, make sure you wear a mask. Like now you want to make sure, not now, and like, I haven't been able to smell for 3 weeks. The side effects are getting to me, and now you understand it's real. But meanwhile, we're going back and back. You're going back and forth with me, trying to tell me that it wasn't real, trying to tell me that it's all a hoax. And my thing is too, like, they all use his rhetoric.
Right.
Like this my thing, Big OC. This my thing. Like, we got too much swag to be following somebody that paints his face orange. The face don't match the neck, don't match the back of the ears. I'm not gonna hang on every word he says and repeat it. I'm not gonna dress and wrap myself in his campaign paraphernalia. I'm not gonna wear Trump flags and buttons and stickers and stuff like that, or anybody that doesn't show that they have a sound mind. The dude
you only get two sides, right? Most people, you got red or you got blue, right? Those are your two choices.
Right.
And or you have a couple other choices, but like I said, people want to win, right? So they're gonna pick red or blue. Those are the winners. And like you said, with using his rhetoric, this is a witch hunt. Lock her up. Russia. people were repeating, these statements, and it was like, are you guys having your own thoughts about, these different situations, or are you accepting everything that the president says, hook, line, and sinker? You know what I'm saying? Because he would never really give you an explanation for what he was doing. He would just say it and let the world, or let the just all the talking heads go ahead and figure out what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? So it left it all up for interpretation. But his people, we know, ate it up. They ate it up. They loved it. So, what can you do?
Yeah, you just move on, man. You just move on. He's out of there. He got acquitted. He got away. But he's still going to be in the headlines because he got some charges coming up in different states. And New York is on the hunt and for him. And he'll still be in the headlines, He'll be in the headlines, I'll say, for about another year. Then after that, we're going to forget about him. And he's just going to be he's going to go back to just being the X game show host.
Well, we got to wait till the next election cycle to see if people are going to want to campaign with him, because that's what it's going to come down to, right?
Like I said, I don't think so. Like, put it this way: if you're campaigning and you align yourself with Donald Trump, then you deserve to lose at the end of the day, because he showed you that he lost twice. Regardless of whatever he said, regardless of him saying that it's a hoax, in actuality, he showed you he lost. He lost. We know this. This is undeniable. He was the one.
But there's still going to be Republican strongholds, right? There's still going to be Republican strongholds, right? So they're going to have their areas that are going to be red, right? Certain counties and places are going to remain red. So they're going to, everybody needs their cheerleaders to come in. So trust me, he's going to have to come in.
Yeah.
He's going to have to come in.
Well, but here's the thing, though. I say that to say this. Here's the thing. Trump has shown people that he lost, and he's a loser, man. There's people that he backed that lost, that came into the election, and once he backed them, they stopped receiving support. So I think he's a cancer. And that's what people need to understand, that he's a cancer to the Republican Party. The Republican Party doesn't have the House and the Senate for a reason. And the reason is Donald Trump. They don't have the White House for a reason. The reason is Donald Trump. So if you continue to align yourself, then that's on you. You know what I mean? And you're not going anywhere. You're not going to get a win out of it. You're going to get his base, which he showed, which was just proven. His base is not enough to get him over the top. That was just proven. So you guys could champion for his base and have lack showing when it comes to the votes. They can try to rally with his base, or they can go out and they can try to organically campaign and bring about change in a new direction. But his direction has led to the downfall of the Republican Party.
But I think I think there's some people, that's what they wanted, man. Some people believe he came in and did exactly what he was elected to do, to make a mess of some things. So hopefully we can get back to some, I don't want to say normalcy, but I guess get back to, playing politics again.
Competency. You know what I'm saying? Competency and maybe accountability. Because I think he showed at this point.
You hear all that static?
Huh?
You hear all that static?
Yeah. How about now?
Man, I don't know what I don't know what it is.
Can you hear me?
It's better now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you, but every time you start talking, it gets a little scratchy.
How about now? Does it sound better?
No, right now that was cool, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds better.
Yeah. So Go on to the next story. Go on to the next story.
It stopped.
Yeah.
Somebody typed in and stopped now.
Mm. Good looking. Thanks for the feedback in the audience. We appreciate that. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna go on to this. This is our final story for the evening, and you know I got to get back into this. What's the Gorilla Glue girl's name again?
Tessa.
Tessa. There you go. Yeah. So you know our last show we made fun of her. You know of her mishaps. You know, she spread the Gorilla Glue on her hair, trying to lay her edges down. You know. So you know I gotta give her props though. We made fun of her. But you know, God loves people with good hearts, man. And that's I mean, not that I don't want to bring religion into it or whatever, but that's just my belief. You know, you're allowed to believe whatever you want to believe. And I say that she's loved because a surgeon stepped up and he actually developed a formula to remove the Gorilla Glue from her hair to actually save her hair. You know, because she was about to lose her hair. She was about to be scalped. You know what I mean? She was about to be bald headed. And then, so in the meantime, between time, she had started a GoFundMe page in which she raised $23,000. And then she also received a blue check mark because she gained so much fame through social media and whatnot as being the Gorilla Glue girl. But the thing is, she took this $23,000, right, that she raised. She took 20 of it, and she's donating it to the surgeon's foundation, the surgeon who was able to develop the formula for her.
Right.
For her not to lose her hair and to get the Gorilla Glue out of her hair.
That's
She donated it. She donated it to his foundation that goes towards people that need like surgeries and have deformities that need to get fixed and stuff like that. So I think that's cool, man. By us making fun of her, we had to run this story again because you know she got a good heart, man.
Right. Shout out to her, man. I believe her. The people that did donate to her should probably have no issue with her donating to the doctor's foundation that helped save her hair. So that's a good thing to do, and I'm sure she'll feel better for that.
Right.
But I commend her.
Yeah, I commend her, man, because I was like you spreading Gorilla Glue on your hair, like trying to style it, like I had to get her, man. I couldn't let that slide, man.
The crazy thing is it looked crazy, man. You know.
Yeah. But she was in the camera like she was. Like,
you know what I'm saying? When she put that shampoo on there and then rubbed it all off, and that shit was still sick. I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man, they done painted that shit on.
Yeah, man. I like the women they say beauty is pain, man. But I mean, but beauty ain't stupid though. You ain't got to be stupid about it though. But but you know, like I said, I commend her. You know, bless her heart, man. And, you know, she could have easily kept that money, you know, and nobody could have said nothing about it because they donated it to her. She could have easily kept that money, man. But she wanted, and she only kept $3,000 and gave $20,000 away, man, to the good cause. You know, she's gonna continue to get blessed, man. And, you know, they say God looks out for children and fools. You know, so he gonna keep looking out for. Keep looking out for her, man.
Straight up.
Hey, we're gonna wrap this show up for today. Catch us on the next one, man. On Wednesday, we're gonna get this audio all together, get everything figured out. Thanks everybody for tuning in, checking us out at the 426 show, where we try to make even of the things going on odd in this world. For my host right there, Big OC. You know, shout out to you,
Peace.
and you know, shout out to my boy in the background making things happen and move on the screens and whatnot. My associate producer Ratio. Good looking out, man. And we'll catch y'all on the next show. Thanks for tuning in, y'all.